to be able to just make a choice on your own and just be able to speak for yourself.
This one's wife. Harry No Mates heads home. Hello, I'm H.G. Tudor. You may be familiar with the phrase Billy No Mates, sometimes used by people to be self-effacing, other times as an insult or a form of ridicule to somebody who has been left on their own and has got no pals, no bum chums, no mates, no friends. Well, Harry finds himself in a similar situation. As I have explained before, the narcissistic manipulation of isolation has been utilized against him, whereby utilizing the golden period to flatter him, to offer him lashings of spicy poontang to make him feel supported, and then with poison trickled in his ear, smearing his friends and family, Harry was convinced that the most appropriate thing to do would be to get away from the United Kingdom, to go to Canada and then to the United States. This, of course, is all part of the way that the narcissist asserts control over the intimate partner primary source. By removing what are seen as outside interfering agents such as Prince William, Tom Skippy Inskip, and others besides, this one's wife socially ostracizes her husband from those individuals so that her grip is all the tighter on him. By removing his support networks, it makes it easier for her to control him. By removing him from friends, from family, from his interests, from indeed the country in which he grew up and is familiar with, this means that he becomes all the more reliant upon this one's wife and her networks. If you look at the people that Harry fraternizes with, they're not really his kind of people. They are the celebrities, the heads of business that this one's wife wants to cozy up to. In effect, she chooses the social group and he's expected to go along with it. He hasn't got his mates such as Wanky Trousers, Lobber and Gobber to hang out with so that they could go to Bonkers Night Spot and then Abracababba afterwards. No. Thus, her control is all the more effective. And it results, of course, in this appropriate ditty. Do you remember when you had some friends? Now that's just Nacho. And you rub your bell ends, your wife will dismember. You if you misbehave, and your friendships, they will not be saved. Oh-ee-ho, Harry's got no mates. Oh-ee-ho, he's flying from the States. Oh-ee-ho, Harry's all alone. Oh-ee-ho, Harry's coming home. Yes, Harry's coming home, because he is Harry No Mates. According to Rebecca English, reporting in the Daily Mail, Prince Harry will return to the United Kingdom later this month to attend a high-profile charity event in London. It has been announced that the Duke of Sussex will be a guest at the annual Well Child Awards in his role as the charity's patron. Pausing there, Harry is demonstrating accountability and responsibility by virtue of ensuring that he is attending this event. The National Charity for Seriously Ill Children is one of the few UK-based organisations that the Prince kept links with after his acrimonious departure from royal duties and move to the United States. He chose to remain in the position, which he has held for 16 years, when his late grandmother, Queen Elizabeth, asked him to step down from his other royal patronages as a now non-working member of the family. There was no mention of his wife, this one's wife, the Duchess of Sussex, accompanying him. According to some reports, she has vowed never to set foot in the United Kingdom again. And when she flew into the United Kingdom earlier this year, when the couple visited Nigeria, she did not even set foot outside the airport. Once again, Harry is coming back to the United Kingdom. Once again, Harry is doing so without this one's wife. Is it the case that he's breaking free of her? Or is it that she has allowed him to go and has simply said, you can go, but be back within 48 hours, as it's another flying visit on the part of Harry, both figuratively and literally? Is it the case that Hank is hankering for some of Blighty. That not only is he going to attend this charity event, but he might utilise it to try and have contact with his family and friends, because in the States he's effectively Harry's no-mates. For all of the bluster about him enjoying life there and that he hangs out with various people, as I mentioned earlier on in the video, they're not really his mates, they're not really his people. And could it be that, as speculated previously, that the isolation is starting to take its toll on Harry, which results in him coming back once again? Notice, of course, this one's wife is not scheduled to do so. Her narcissism essentially still maintains that the United Kingdom as a whole is painted black. Its populace, its media, the royal family are all seen as hostile. So her narcissism declares, don't go there. It's going to be problematic for you. As a consequence of that, you're just going to have repeated threats to control. And her narcissism, as ever, like that background app that's there to protect her, causes her not to come to the United Kingdom. On Monday, the Daily Mail revealed that Harry may travel to the United Kingdom to attend the awards after both Buckingham and Kensington Palace chose to wish him happy 40th birthday on their social media channels. Might it be that Harry's encouraged by this, that he feels a little bit of warmth flowing in his direction and has encouraged him to attend? With the King currently based in Scotland but returning to London regularly for his ongoing cancer treatment, it could give an opportunity for father and son to actually meet in private. However, the King has a major engagement in Scotland just 2 days before Harry's, when he and Queen Camilla visit the Scottish Parliament to mark its 25th anniversary. This suggests he could well remain north of the border while his son is in the country, which would then be Charles asserting control by staying in a position of withdrawal and making his disapproval of Harry and his behaviour once again marked. The last time they saw each other was in February, when it was announced that the King had cancer and the Prince flew from the US to see him briefly. When he returned again in May, however, the King was too busy to meet, although His Majesty did offer him alternative accommodation in one of the royal properties, contrary to reports. Harry chose to stay in a hotel instead. It's recently been made clear by sources close to the Sussexes that the Prince is keen to find a way to reconcile with his father. Thus, it might be the case that he's utilising the excuse of the Well Child Awards to try and worm his way back in with family and maybe see some mates as well. The Well Child Awards was always one of the highlights of Prince Harry's calendar when he was a working royal, and celebrates the inspirational qualities of children and young people living with serious illnesses or complex medical needs, as well as honour the dedication of family and carers. In its announcement, Well Child said Harry had provided invaluable help in raising awareness and financial contributions over the years. He has attended the Well Child Awards on 12 previous occasions and will spend time with each winner and their families at a pre-ceremony reception. He will also be in the audience at the ceremony and present the award for Inspirational Child aged 4 to 6 and deliver a speech. In a statement, he said, "I am once again honoured to attend this year's Well Child Awards, celebrating the remarkable courage and achievements of children living with complex medical needs. These incredible young people, along with their dedicated caregivers, nurses and professionals who tirelessly support them, inspire us all. It is a true privilege to recognise such extraordinary individuals." Accordingly, Harry is demonstrating responsibility and accountability and emotional empathy for those affected in this way, and making a trip across the sea to ensure that he attends this. But it might also segue with trying to re-establish relations with family and friends. As mentioned previously, this might be entirely self-serving or could be incidental to him discharging his duties as a patron of this particular charity. It also highlights again how this one's wife simply won't come to the United Kingdom, not that she's particularly welcome, and very few people will be losing sleep over the fact that she's not attending. And it raises the question, is Harry again showing a degree of independence from this one's wife? Or is it simply that she's allowing him to go and that she will continue to keep him on the leash via electronic communications? It will continue to pan out, but it demonstrates that Harry, he clearly isn't happy in the United States. We see this repeatedly, and despite attempts to tell us to the contrary, the circles that he moves in are celebrity-based, not ones that he is familiar nor comfortable with, and it just shows that he has no mates. And once again, this is a driver behind him heading home. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for listening.